Hey there, morbid maniacs. It's time for another spooky video. And for tonight's spooky video, I'm gonna be doing a topic that I have been wanting to do for a while now. I just never have gotten around to it. And that is the topic of Will-O-The-Wisps. But I like to call them Willow-Wisp just because it's easier for me to say. Let's get started. Willow-Wisps are atmospheric ghost light, which is often seen by travelers in bogs, marshes, swamps, woods, sometimes even graveyards. They're described as being a phantom ghostly light. They're mostly seen in England, but have been seen all over the world. Willow-Wisps are known to be a part of many different cultures, legends, folklore, literature, or even a part of the Disney film Brave. They have many different names and different legends. Here are some of them: Hobby Lanterns, Jack-O-Lanterns, Jenny Burnt-Tail, Kitty Candlestick, Peg-A-Lantern, and many more. Here in the US, they are mostly known as spook lights, ghost lights, and orbs. They often resemble a flame or a lantern, and sometimes they even appear as a bluish green light or a red light. In some reports of Willow-Wisps, a dark figure has been seen carrying light as if it were carrying a torch or a lantern. And despite carrying a light, the figure is still too dark to be described in detail. In some folklore, a willow-wisp is often associated with elemental spirits or fairies. The term wisp refers to a bunch of twigs or sticks which were made into a torch. And although the willow-wisps appear to be a harmless ghostly light, they are said to be very malevolent and have evil intentions. These lights are known to mislead travelers off their path. The travelers often follow willow-wisps to see if the other person needs help. They are also known as ignis fatuus, hopefully I said that right, which is a Latin phrase meaning foolish fire. This was because the fire was not real, only an illusion. Some stories claim that these lights led them to the fairy kingdom. And what is most freaky about this whole thing is that there have been ancient bodies found in some of England's bogs. So could this have been some of the people who were misled by the willow-wisps? Some travelers just vanished and were never seen again. For some, the light is so bright that it causes them to squint. It's kind of like my YouTube desk lamp right here. Like, if you look too close at this light, it will freaking blind you. Others have stated that they can barely see it, but apparently this was before glasses were invented. In most cases, these lights are often connected to lost souls who are trapped between heaven and hell. In the Netherlands, the Eerblos are children who were baptized, and the light is to lure people out into the water so that they can become baptized. The Alea of Asia is a strange light which haunts an area where a person has passed away. The South American Ismala, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing some of these words, are the spirits of the dead who carry phantom lights. In Cridge tradition in Louisiana, the Fit-Fale are the illuminated souls of people who have been sent back to earth from heaven to straighten out their wicked ways. In Australia, a min-min is a light which will follow travelers along their path. However, if the traveler decides to turn around and follow the light instead, they will never be seen again. When the lights are seen in graveyards, they are known as ghost candles. Some of the legends state that these lights are carried by goblins, fairies, witches, and even the devil himself. In Welsh folklore, it is said that a fairy fire, which is in the hands of a puka, which is a goblin-like fairy, which will lead lone travelers off their path at night. As the traveler follows the fairy, the fire will be extinguished, leaving them lost. The puka is known to be a part of the fairy family, so basically they're like little evil fairies. It actually kind of freaks me out. The pixie light from Devon and Cornwall is most often associated with the pixie, who often has pixie-led travelers off their paths with their glowing lights. They are said to have very strange and eerie sounds coming from them. They are also known for blowing out candles on unsuspecting cheating couples or make strange kissing sounds. In Cornish folklore, a pixie light is also associated with a colt pixie. A colt pixie is a pixie which takes on the form of a horse or a light to trick people and play pranks on them. According to the legend, these phantom lights were started with a mischievous blacksmith by the name of Will, who created all kinds of trouble in his lifetime. When he died, he met St. Peter at the pearly gates, and Peter had told him that he was not worthy of getting into the gates of heaven. He sent Will back to prove himself in a second life. But Will made an even bigger mess of himself this time around. St. Peter kicked Will out of heaven and the afterlife permanently, leaving him to roam the earth with no place to go. The devil took pity on him and gave him a piece of burning brimstone to keep himself warm. But Will used this burning brimstone instead to trick people. It kind of reminds me of the story of the jack-o'-lantern, which I have talked about on my channel before. I made a video all about the history of Halloween, so if you guys have not seen that video yet, I will leave that in the description box below so you guys can go check it out. It's really interesting, especially if Halloween is one of your favorite holidays like myself. But the Will-O-Wisps are believed to be more than just a phantom light. They are also said to be predictors of the future. Seeing a Will-O-Wisp could be an omen of death. They are also known to whisper invitations to unsuspecting lone travelers, appearing as little lights which dance on the horizon. They are said to answer lifelong questions, the realization of dreams, a key to secret treasures, and a change of fate. In some legends, they are there to reveal a buried treasure which was placed there by a fairy or a leprechaun. I've heard they may also be fairies themselves. However, there could be a scientific reason for these phantom lights. In some cases, they are nothing more than glowing mushrooms and algae. The mushrooms in swamp can produce a bluish-like light. And in other cases, they are nothing more than swamp gas. So there was the legend of the Will-O-The-Wisp, or as I like to call them, the Willow Wisps, because that's so much easier for me to say. What did you guys think of this urban legend? Do you think that they're real? Do you think it's just like something that has to do with science? I definitely believe in them. I have seen some creepy little ghostly lights myself before. I don't know if they're all connected. I don't believe that they're all evil. I believe that some of them could be like lost souls, or like your guardian angel, or spirits of loved ones that you've had that have passed on. But I do believe that some of them could have evil intentions. But I feel like I would probably be more intrigued by them if I were to witness one myself being out on a boat. I don't know if I would follow it though. So let me know what you guys think of this whole urban legend, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big ol' thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and become a morbid maniac. And I will see you guys in my next video. Ceiling. In Cornish for these lights are known to and are even supposed to. Will-O-Wisps are atmospheric ghost light, which is often get nervous. You guys like my Chucky shirt, by the way? I love this shirt. You probably heard Dutchie eating me on it.